that the children are very lucky today because they have practically anything they want. And consequently, they don't understand
Is that true?
Going through childhood when things were different. So they don't, and the reason,
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yes, you did. We got it on camera.
the reason that the
Oh, God.
people that were raised in those times understand so many things, and this is why they're very careful in the things that they buy and spend, and consequently they have plenty of things in their houses because they were brought up in a certain way. I remember when my little sister was just a little tiny little girl, and one day she cried because she wanted a penny candy. There was a store not too far from our house that had penny candies. And we did not have a penny to give to her.
Thank you.
And we didn't know what we
They
were
were literally penniless.
She was not going to stop crying. And as
Spoiled brat.
as luck would have it, someone came to the door, and we didn't know who it was, and we found out that was a representative of city government who apparently was going to houses where they realized that people were in
Starving.
financial distress, and she heard Aunt Francie crying, and she wondered why she cried. And we told her that she didn't have that she wanted candy. We didn't have a penny to give her for candy. This lady out of her own pocket, went to the store across the street, and she bought some candy for Aunt Francie. And then she bought, I can't remember at this moment.
That was sweet.
Usually it'll come to me later. But she bought some kind of soup or something.
Rumi, when you gonna stop?
Tomato soup.
Tomato soup, that was it.
Which you'd never had
that
before.
we had never tasted before.
Because if we were going to cook
The Italians
tomatoes, it
don't
was
make
going to
them.
be in pasta.
Yeah, Italians don't make tomato soup. They cook, tomato
Sauce.
sauce and all kinds of other things, but not tomato soup. Well, she brought some
That's
of the little
American.
crackers that you put in the tomato soup, so at least we'd have some soup for lunch. And I have never forgotten this lady. Many, many, many years later,
Generosity.
when I become secretary to the principal of Lincoln Junior High School, often we had to have substitute teachers come to our school. And one morning, the substitute teacher that came was this lady that I saw when I was a young girl who gave my sister pennies for her candy.
Did you talk to her about it?
No, I didn't.
Why?
I didn't.
You're embarrassed.
In the first place, I didn't have time. She was coming in just to check in, and she was going to go to classes. But I never forgot her face.
Was she still alive?
I wonder about that. She came from a well-to-do family. In those days, this was the thing to do. The families that had lots of money, they had children that were highly educated, and they didn't have to go to work or anything. So they did things for the city or some organization or something. This was her chores, And
What's the last name?
Oh, can't think of it now. And I found out she lived just up the street in a beautiful house. I'll show you the house that she lived in. And I was just floored when I saw her, and I kept thinking, she really. But there were other people that said, we have to have help, so we go to the city. And those people did get help. The children got clothes and they got food, and we kind of, looked at them and thought, gee, aren't they lucky? But yet we weren't going to do it. We were going to be here on our own. We were foreigners, and we were going to take care of ourselves. We had a garden, and we did whatever we could to take care of ourselves. But
What are you talking about?
Summer camp at St.
The
Bonaventure.
local news is supposed to be on at 12 noon.
that's on TV. She's got it on there now.
Are we allowed to skip it today?
She's got it.
We have this other
See you all.
video live.
I'm a nice
This
guy.
is called reality TV.
I'm
I
really,
mean, this is all on this TV.
I-
You will see it to the end
This
of
is called
time.
Unreal TV.
I didn't
right?
do anything bad. Turn the damn thing on over.
No, I want to tell this story.
After.
No, who cares about local
on the
TV?
TV.
After.
She's listening
You're
to it.
outnumbered.
This noise goes on.
He doesn't understand that this is going to be repeated for
Generations.
generations. Be
Hundreds of
quiet
years.
so I can tell the story. what happened was,
It's better than the story.
I was a young girl, and of course, like I say, there were hard times, and my father apparently found out that there was a
Your
summer
father was a
camp.
gem of a guy.
Yes, he was.
I wish
There
you
was
were
a
like
summer camp. Yes. There was a summer camp near Olean, and he was going to send us, Mary and me, to the summer camp, and we went. And I remember being driven by different parents, and parents I didn't know, and it felt a little-
This alone was unusual.
it felt-
Carpooling was
yeah,
not.
that felt rather strange. Then we go to this place, and we are assigned rooms to sleep with other kids that we didn't even know who they were. That was very different.
This is the definition of
And
summer
then,
camp.
then we had food that we weren't familiar with, and I remember
They never serve burdocks there.
I was constipated, Cindy, and I had a terrible time.
This is called too much
You
information.
know what they did? They gave me tomato juice, which
Oh, yeah.
I don't like tomato juice.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't want to drink this tomato juice. I was so upset, and they forced me to do it.
Oh, that's
And my
hilarious. Did
sister-
it work?
Oh, hardly. My sister Mary, who
That's
was,
why it's no longer
she
considered a
was the
cure
one who
for
took-
constipation.
She's the one who took chances. My sister Mary take all kinds of chances. She sees the water and she just goes in. She doesn't know how to swim. So here I see her yelling and everything, and I'm on the edge, and she's going to drown.
Oh my
And so I
gosh,
have
I
to-
never heard this
I have to
story.
yell for help. I have to yell for help because Mary had no business going in there like that. So they did. They went out there and got her and brought her back. Okay, now Sunday arrives.
What water was this?
This was a little lake near Olean.
In
They had a
Allegheny
camp.
State
Yeah,
Park?
Allegheny State
Okay.
Park. Yeah. So my sister, my father and mother and my little sister Franny, like 2 years old, they came to see us. Thank God, Grandpa D'Angelo had a car in those days. Hardly anybody had cars, We could sit in front of our house on 2nd Street and hardly a car would go by. Now you see them constantly. Well, anyway, Grandpa and Grandma and Aunt Francie, they come to see me now at Aunt Mary at Allegheny State Park, and they knew the number of the little
Cabin.
cabin where we stayed, and so they came early and they came up to the cabin, and there was an open window and no blind, and they held up Aunt Francie on that
Oh.
window. And we
And
just
you
happened
melted.
to turn around. There was no noise, no sound, no knocking, and we
cute.
didn't know they were even there. And here is Aunt Francie looking at us, and she was so excited to see us. And I jumped up, and Aunt Mary jumped up, and we were so happy because this is like our first week there, and there were all these. We were Italian Americans, and these were all American kids, and they were serving us food and things that we were.
In other words, major homesickness.
It was, yeah, it was. And then, when I was like having constipation, I had to have like tomato stuff that I wasn't used to and didn't like, and then Aunt Mary nearly drowning, it was
It was
terrible.
trauma.
The first week was
You
terrible.
paid for it.
How many
Don't
weeks
bump
was
me.
it?
It makes the
Oh, we
camera
were there
pop.
probably a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks maybe, but that's one thing that we did by ourselves, which when we were little, which is something, And our parents let us do it. That was nice, because a lot of my friends didn't go.
Wait a minute. What do we got here?
What do you got on your eye? You got something on your eye.
Dad, is there something on your
I don't know
eyeglass?
how the hell it got there.
Let's see. Let's
Get
take
down,
a
dude.
watermelon.
Baggy things.
Watermelon seed in his eyeglass. Inside, not on the outside.
What did he
I
have?
can understand if it was
It
grapefruit
got
juice.
stuck in there when I was cutting
Oh,
the
it's
thing.
one of these. I thought maybe it was a bug or
No, it's no bug. It was one of these things. I love to have them.
You better eat some more
That's
because
why I
there's
put them in my head.
no room in the fridge for all this watermelon. Give Grandpa some more watermelon, please, Vanessa.
Oh
Put that whole plate
no,
over there.
it's not. You.
He's got plenty of room on his
you know what?
eyeglasses. Give him some more.
There'll be a leakage underneath this table.
Oh dear, we don't need to hear about that either. I think I'll turn